an 8 start in the Big 12 to maybe make the tournament.
Oh, they've done a tremendous job. So is Providence.
Easy one off the underneath out of bounds.
To the wire. Call your friends up. Is number 1 in trouble? Oh, baby. Every time they cut it down, Kansas comes up with a big play.
Azubuike again. Scores again.
Why not? Go to your...
4 to shoot. Long 3. Dennis. And a rebound for Azubuike. Marcus Garrett's been dealing with problems with his feet, but he's playing, as is Azubuike with the right ankle. On Saturday against Baylor, those were obviously big free throws as they won by 3.
I want to stay in this zone, try to mix things up a little bit.
Garrett, wow, Azubuike. Lighting layup through the 3, and the pass went down low, and an easy layup for the D. Where's 8?
Yeah, and that was created by Moss's non-pressure on Bain. He's too good of a passer.
Great.
Close to the success he had in the first half. I thought someone else would step up, namely Brer got it going a minute ago. This can't be just a great guy. And one of the marks of a great rep is someone who is egoless.
Got to make good decisions now. Snead throws a shoulder in, up and off the mark. And now Dotson has a collision with Jota, but no foul. Dotson's going to take it all the way. But once he got past, Baylor's only loss in conference play to Kansas a week ago. Kansas' only loss was to Baylor at the Fog. And Dotson again on the drive and a beautiful push pass to
college-wide track. This one's not the biggest, but it's right up there with the loudest.
It's cooking right now.
It really is. Watch the big guys are going to start pushing a little bit. Watch out, nobody home.
Whoa! That was a throwdown over.
That's Fran Fraschilla. I'm Bob Wischusen. Ollie Rowe with us as well. Big Monday here at the Fog. And Kansas, #1 for the second time this season. They immediately lost the last time they were #1 this year. So Bill Self said his team, he thought, was largely unaffected by the fact that they returned to the top of the poll as Dotson.
Yeah, it was very, Holly, I couldn't even get through watching the ceremony today. It was heartbreaking.
Garrett lobs one to McCormick. He finishes.
The cause.
And Griff tried some English off the backboard, but missed everything. Moss in transition. Buries a triple. Here, under 2 minutes to go in the half.
Little zone now. They opened in zone, opened Stillwater. Kansas blew it apart. Let's see if they can do something here.
Azubuike.
Bob, 2 of the greatest women's college players ever in Courtney Vandersloot at Gonzaga, and now this young lady. Amazing.
And if you missed the Kobe Bryant Memorial Ceremony earlier today, we will re-air it over on ESPN2 after the women's game wraps up, so you can hear what Sabrina Ionescu and Diana Taurasi and so many others had to say about Kobe Bryant. 15-point lead.
I know. And Dotson leads them in scoring. Garrett just leads them in
Dotson,
team
there
we go. Size to play in the NBA, especially in the paint. And then, given that the league is still a perimeter-oriented league right now, but there are guys during the season that you have to defend, I think with 15 guys on the team, he's making a roster. But he's going to have to be, I think, early on a utility player.
Brown from the wing. He has become the baby face for the Bears.
Freddie Gillespie is an unsung hero, not only on this team, but nationally. You give him a 15-footer, and he can make it.
You know the story. Former D3 player, transferred here, red-shirted, moved into the starting lineup last year. Now a Big 12 star for Baylor. Garrett into Azubuike for the slam.
From Baylor, almost a nuisance press so that Kansas just can't walk into their offense.
Garrett, Azubuike. Their 2-game losing streak with a resounding win over Syracuse midweek. And then to Rupp Arena at 6 Eastern as Kentucky hosts Florida. Both games available on ESPN and the ESPN app. Kansas, 4 games to go in the Big 12 standings. If Kansas wins, the 2 teams are tied. Meyer from the corner misses the 3.
Good job running the floor by Isaiah Moss. Down the left. left corner.
And Garrett up top to
against Kansas in the first game. He put up 22 against Villanova. His last two games when Maceo T was out, Garrett Butler averaged close to 22 points a game, and another great drive by Isaiah Moss. He went right to the corner to get the ball back.
Garrett up top again, and another
big possession in this game. Baylor has to have a stop,
and the fans seem to sense it as well.
All the screens, the ball screens coming in the middle of the floor to open up that.
1 and 13. Steve Proto told us today he has to play a lot of power forward, which is not what he did last year. He was their center on that terrific team that won the Big 12 tournament.
Dotson knocks down a triple.
After the game on Saturday, went from 29 to 35.
Azubuike snatches away Rasheer Bolton's drop. Azubuike on the lob from Garrett.
In this game, Bob, I think you said it early. One way to stay in this game is to make the long ball, and they've certainly done that. Back to the zone.
Again, with Tyrese Halliburton, they average about 7.5 made threes per game. Without him now, and they've got 6 already here in the first half. Abaji with another triple for KU. Garrett with the steal, as usual. Abaji from the corner. That's in and out. Offensive rebound, McCormick. Garrett back out to Brown. Here's a three.
Obviously a great basketball frame.
Dotson connects again. As we get a steal and a lay-in by Prentice Nixon. We'll get an update on Ryan Newman. Sports Center after Big 12 Hoops, ESPN and the ESPN app.
You know, I'm watching these young guys from Iowa State, and it's what might have been when you think about the injury to Halliburton. Lindell Wigginton and Taylor Horton Tucker left early off that Big 12 tournament team, and I was thinking, Bob,
Abaji with another free.
Lindell Wigginton and Larry Bird-like, if you will.
Oh, and we will.
Yeah, we will.
Are there.
And we just did.
Again, Moss rains it in. The enemy didn't take the shot.
Look at Garrett.
Off we go, second half. Kansas by 9 after closing on a 17-5 run in the first half. Garrett has 3 threes, tying a career high, and that leaves space for Reeves around the corner, undaunted, too strong.
Yeah, 2 layups they've missed so far. The lob to Williams and now Reeves. Can't let those get away.
Moss for 3.
Have to carve out a certain niche.
Open looks are not going down right now for Oklahoma. Dotson's so fun to watch with the ball. Thought about the 3 instead of drive and kick. A little turnaround goes down.
Line up on that side of the court by design.
With the right hand to his teammate as Reeves missed a shot. He's had a couple chances to bring Oklahoma closer and just has not done it. Garrett the find. And got the 3 for Abaji. Top teams all over the map here on ESPN, starting with a Jayhawks blowout eventually, but we saw all of the weapons they have on display.
Yeah, no question about it. And certainly when they're going to get better days from even Doak on the offensive end.
In high school, Sheetway played at Mount Mission in Virginia, and as a senior, as a bookie at Potter's House Christian Academy, they crossed paths there.
Yep. In fact, that game, the freshmen only played about 5 minutes, so they never really got a feel for each other.
But you get the feel Sheetway has kind of looked up to as a bookie through the years. Abaji lost the dribble, picks it up.
Good solid D now for Garrett, started by Sheetway. There it is.
There's the lob. That is what works so well. Flips it to Haley, right back to McCabe. His 3, in and out. Garrett looking ahead for Dotson. Instead, it's Abaji, the drive. Got it.
That's a fast break basket right now.
Jayhawks have been playing from behind almost all night. They had a brief 2-point lead in the first half. We're able to tie it at 30 here early in the second half. to do it. That's really the second. He's short with the second. We're tied at 49. Dotson playing with 3 fouls, as is Azubuike on the floor with 3, and Garrett with 3 for Kansas. Slip under the 5-minute mark. Moss, is he feeling it from the corner? Yes!
I mean, I see different looks. I mean, teams get out and deny and try to keep the ball out of my hands, but coach is really good at what he does and finds ways to get me open and get me free.
I have a theory that you have the biggest biceps in America, okay? Now, America wants to know, especially somebody with noodle arms, wants to know, what...
Almost an entire minute spent on offense, though, in the second half. Chris, and they have nothing to show for it. Inside. Azubuike spins and dunks. The second half, much like... And a turnover. Dotson. How much do you love that? He was looking for a teammate for the assist and realized ways to go. Just a redshirt sophomore for Jamie Dixon.
He does have a high ceiling, though. Just scratching the surface.
Coming up on 4 minutes to go. With 6 on the shot clock, a big 3 by Agbaji.
With Duke. Final score, 65-59. Browse and Williams and Dick.
And that's why you have to have Jericho Sims in the game. He is an emerging star caliber player.
Moss knocks down the first triple. The active win streak of Baylor, they could set a new mark with 5 more.
Yeah, Baylor's got really good guards. They play overwhelmingly man-to-man defense, where in years past they've been a zone team. Right out of the timeout.
Just off the front rim. And Azubuike clears.
Those are all challenge threes. You know, those are shots that Texas can make, but they've got a hand up. Boy, Coleman had to switch off. He's got no chance down there.
Azubuike throws it down. Right, Coleman's suspension from the fight against Kansas State as Moretti can't knock down a 3.
Wow, I'll tell you, the early start here by Kansas has been so impressive, so impressive. And it's a number of players, not one guy. There's a great bounce to their step. Problem so far has been the defense has made it very difficult for them to get good shots, Texas Tech. Look at that ball movement.
Garrett floats right up to
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Quickly, Higgins and Maxey. There'll be no quitting these kids. I'll tell you one thing from Texas Tech. They're going to battle and battle and battle, no matter what the scoreboard says.
Dotson knocks one down right in front of the Red Raider bench.
McCormick had a great attitude. What I love about these guys is that they don't care who starts. Sure, you hear your name and everyone applauds, but it's about the team effort, and the attitude that McCormick came after that conversation really impressed him.
Okay, one thing, Chris, he's also performed. His passing here in the second half has been brilliant. He's blocked some shots as well. He's been a real plus coming on that floor. Uh-oh, he can shoot it. He can shoot it. There it is. Are you kidding me?
Gotta shoot that.
Anderson leans in, challenged by Garrett. 4-on-2 the other way. Dotson, like lightning, scoops it up and in.
Well, we said it before, is there a healing? And Kobe's legacy is going to live on forever and ever in the sports world.
And he lives on through these players. You know, they put a picture of Kobe and Gigi before the game, and I was watching the players and they were shaking their heads, and Azubuike told me before the game he's the reason he plays basketball. He said, I met him at a Nike camp. He's changed.
Gazagua, too strong. Spin move on the rebound by Marcus Garrett. Finds the trailer, and Aruna. Yes!
Wow, did they need him? And Aruna, only 27%.
Anderson attacked the goal, could not finish on the drive, and here's Brown the other way.
Bill Self's got to feel really good right now, the way this team has battled. Shorthanded.
Garrett to Agbaji. Another three for KU, and a time
right here, and keep that ball in and then throw it off the Cowboy.
And somehow he stayed in bounds. Just barely. Moss rolls home the 6th, made 3.
Analytic shot, but he is really accurate, especially off one dribble. Remember, the shot troops will be in soon, Ane and Dzagwa.
Garrett to Brown.
Here we go. Here we go. We got it. Staying in that zone. Haven't seen a lob yet.
Brown gives it up. The lob to Azubuike from Garrett.
That was really well. But this guy is, in some ways, every bit as valuable. Here he goes.
Drives it. Throws it up to Azubuike, who gathers and finishes.
That's Garrett.
Have you seen this guy around since you've been coaching him? You know, I haven't. Oh, sorry to bother you, ladies. It looks like an office. I have a friend that used to live in this room. I don't know if you've ever seen him before, but I'm trying to track him down.
They're going right to Fulkerson again, trying to get Azubuike to pick up the 3rd. He won't, and down with a rebound is Garrett.
And you still have to be smart if you're Tennessee. You want to go at Azubuike when you can, but you don't want to make it a That's the best that Azubuike could have hoped for out there, is for Fulkerson to take that shot. Fulkerson's a different player. I mean, that's a confident shot. He took. Great play.
Abaji.
These Ponds all of a sudden turned into Steph Curry.
Brown left it short. Oh, and a long rebound bounces, and then Abaji corrals it.
Yeah, that's going to drive Rick Barnes crazy that his team didn't get to that ball first.
Got some stop and go. Garrett. Azubuike again, and a chance for 3.
Abaji. Brown. Got another.
He averages just under 15 a game. Senior forward and a good player. He's got 6 on a couple of threes. Garrett kick out Moss.
Yes. No, that's just par for the course when you play at KU. No matter where you go, you're everybody's Super Bowl.
No doubt.
And the way they win is part of their DNA.
Garrett finds Azubuike for the stop. Kansas by 16. Brown wide open, buries another.
Gonna go outside the box.
They'll create opportunities not only for Sims, but for the kick-out threes.
Jericho Sims has 4 double-doubles in his last 14 games. Baseline jumper, McCormick, and that's bonus if they get.
Absolutely brilliant, 22 points. When he plays at his best, this is an NCAA team. The key is consistency.
Making his 88th consecutive start since he stepped foot on this Austin campus.
There's been a lot of pressure on him from the day he's gotten here.
There's a lob and a big throwdown. What Bill Self has dialed up on defense to try to slow down this Texas team. They get a turnover. There's Abaji at the other end. Jones no good. And here comes Devon Dotson. Why did Bill Self go with this lineup to start?
I just think it gives. Listen, it's a lineup that gets them going most games.
How do they do that on offense?
You know what? Create good shots like they did early. Get to the glass, but it's got to start on the defensive end. That's where the run is.
Azubuike. Again, too easy.
That's too easy. He's gotten away from that in recent years. But this is good to have in your arsenal.
Jericho Sims has to go to the bench with 3 fouls now. He's been one of the best for Texas.
I'd go inside again. They got the freshman on him.
McCormick.
Yep.
Just to
Jayhawks.
There's an easy bucket at the rim.
Now, can they create energy on the defensive end, Texas? Or are they going to let Kansas dictate? You just gave yourself the answer.
Kentucky taking on Arkansas in Fayetteville for Eastern. And then number 3, Duke hosting number 11, Louisville at Cameron. Matchup of the top teams in the ACC. Garrett hesitated, reads back out. Moss.
Clef doing a nice job on Azubuike, making it difficult on him.
And Moss buries it.
And his wingspan has to be at least 7'5", maybe more. All you have to do is lob it up there and he can go get it.
Good hands, almost a steal. Kansas a 1-point lead. Feed inside, they find Azubuike. Moss tosses inside. Left hand. McCormick couldn't get it to go in. Aruna offensive rebound. Moss launches and hits. Lots of baseball moves.
Just a mess, isn't it?
It is a mess. It's a bad look for the sport.
And you wonder how far it's going to extend.
You know, it could be tip of the iceberg if they wanted to.
Down to box out Christian Doolittle and clean up that defensive possession with a rebound.
Closing on 90 seconds to go, 14-point advantage. Abaji wide open from 3, and he drains that.
Brings it out nicely.
Teague got his man in the air, didn't get the foul he wanted, and the rebounds Kansas.
They do a great job of stepping through, particularly in the lane. All 3, nice kick.
Moss got the 3.
Well, that's what they've been looking for.
Meyer checks in. And he's on Garrett. There's a pull-up.
How about this?
And it is Moss. Just injure it and not be available right now.
Whoever was on the other end of the phone with Butler, he's telling. They gave him some good advice.
There they finally get a lob.
Great out of bounds play. Trying to guard these guys. Bill wants to push the ball a little bit. Once again, Dotson unable to blow by.
Garrett the lob to Azubuike, but they haven't been able.
West Virginia preseason was picked to finish 5th in the conference. Kansas 1st. West Virginia's only loss this year to St. John's. They lost 70-68 in Madison Square Garden on December 7th. And Kansas has lost twice, once at the Garden in the opener to Duke, and the 1-point loss to Villanova.
Yeah, and Kansas only lost by a total of 3 points.
Just the second field freshman Oscar Tshiebwe.
Dare I say, it's one of his better games all season long, especially because he's going against one of the more pronounced bigs in college basketball in Azubuike.
Kansas just 1 of 8 3-point shooting. Hits their
Silver here late with a couple of fouls, having to guard Azubuike.
They took a 17-footer. I don't think he's happy with that shot selection, nor is Bob Huggins.
I think he was baited into that shot.
Here's Garrett. Azubuike all alone. Another rebound. McCabe, long pass for Haley, but there's Abaji deflected and saved by Azubuike on the baseline. Brown. Quick pass. Garrett now will slow it down as they wait for Doak to get into the front court. Uses a little bit of a screen from Azubuike and finds an open Abaji.
He loses a whole lot defensively because he too can guard multiple positions.
Tshiebwe and Azubuike down low. There's the lob.
An excellent job there. He was the double guy, which created the helter-skelter offense by West Virginia. Nice defensive possession there by McCormick.
Azubuike's come to the scores table. Here's the lob for McCormick.
Shot clock is under 10. Abaji kick to the corner and Dotson a triple. And Azubuike the rebound. This will be Abaji. Got it. And Kansas starts to score.
Well, Kansas has got the crowd out of it really right now. Crowd is a little fired up coming here.
And Aruna banks it in and one.
Two easy opportunities right there. And you can take the car or you can take the money.
Everyone at home is saying he wants ice cream. There's Moss, 3.
Are you serious? What is going on?
His niche this season, 47% from the three-point line for the freshman from Kansas.
He's going to have to get more opportunities. Knock that 3 down to get back in this game. Because right now they've been able to do what they want, Kansas.
And all of a sudden, here comes the offense.
Always looking for that jump shot. Moore driving, rejected, kicked out. Garrett. And that one goes down.
Fairly long, athletic team that Milwaukee's got on the floor right now. Best feel, you know, it's not just that they're 0 for 7, but they're bad 0 for 7. I mean, trying to make something happen. And Kansas just didn't allow them that look. Wow. Little pick and pop there. He's 0 for 7 on the season coming in before that, so Kansas is going to give up something there, maybe a little bit too wide open.
Garrett, a little behind the back. Now Dotson, long 3.
Well, he's less than 30 way to go here, but how about Dotson start? 13 points for him, and then Abaji with 9. The zone. Milwaukee out of the timeout.
Christian Brown out there now, just Sosa. Brown out to Garrett.
All ready to shoot. In a building like this, you know, obviously playing here, I don't know how this crowd affects as opposing, but I remember playing at Ames when they had that place rolling. It's amazing how your body will be
57 in Louisville.
That's a great win. Texas Tech struggled a little bit. Young team, like you say.
I'm mistaken. It wasn't in Louisville. It was at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it was Jimmy B, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But still, big win for Texas Tech, and Kansas can take care of business here. And against Kansas City, Elijah Elliott and Michael Jankovic. For 3.
That's pretty. Before there's a foul, let's see if they've drawn something up here. I'd give one again. Give it. Oh, he can't give it now.
Garrett has a bookie. Oh, and one.
7-0, but that's been their issue all season long. They have scuffled along, winning games. Little 2-2-1 here now by Colorado. Kansas always prepared for anything the opponent throws at them.
The Colorado offense has only made 8 field goals in this game. They've Wow. Committed 13 turnovers now. Dotson finds Garrett. He's playing with 3 fouls. Abaji's 3 from the corner.
That's good. Been instructed to go overboard on the flop rule, thinking that it will be cleaned up by January 1st. That's the hope.
3-pointer. Moss answering for Kansas.
He just dunks over you.
3rd career double-double for Abaji. He's at 17 and 10. There's still 9 minutes to go.
Post feed, trying. Yep.
Azubuike for the tough angle. And
Key tonight for Colorado is they have not scored the ball well lately.
Right, just off the mark. Bay able to bat it away, but there's Dotson. Behind the back, Dotson. McCormick, a 17-footer, and David McCormick.
Coming off knee surgery last year. They can use the 7-footer tonight, especially when Kansas goes big.
He's defending Azubuike, but still the pass over the top to Doak.
Get a touch. Driving on Abaji, draws a triple team, and Azubuike may have gotten a piece of it. And Toppin's a little bit caught behind the play. They can't take advantage of the mismatch, though.
Chapman on Azubuike. Now he switched back.
Bill Self calls out a play with 2:35 to go. Garrett, Azubuike, and 1.
Much tougher to knock down these threes this late in the ball game when it's been this hard played.
And remember, 3rd game in as many days, right? Over the top. And the finish for Azubuike. In advance of the under-12 media timeout, so McCormick is in there as the big guy. Bill Self back in the day always had 2 big guys in there together. Loved to play them high-low and all that, but the game had
really difficult shots, as he's proven. That was like a Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway. One thing I would consider with Jake Toolson is using him more as a screener.
Over the top, McCormick lays it in with a left. I knew you were going there. Toolson.
You say bald is always funny. I think short is always funny.
Because you're not short. Moss and 1.
Here's Cartano faking the 3, driving, and then he got caught under the bucket, turned it over. Now Garrett ahead to Dotson. And Kansas, it took 2.5 minutes for the Jayhawks. Something that has to be taught in terms of blocking shots to keep them in play.
It's a thought process. When you go to block, you're not going for the kill in volleyball. Juwan Howard doing?
Well, he's the new coach. John Beeline now coaching the Cavaliers. Also,
what a find for the Cavaliers.
Gonzaga ranked 8th in the country. Another 3 for Kendall Small. Colorado's a team to watch. I
Colorado's excellent. Washington, USC's got some real players. There are tons of NBA prospects in the Conference of Champions right now.
And we're going to see UCLA BYU later tonight. Good pass inside by Garrett. DeSosa.
Shootings, kidnappings, beatdowns, kind of like yours in Wisconsin, right? But his dad died when he was 10. His mom used to have to scream at him almost every day. Run, run, here comes trouble. But they faced constant hunger. He came to America when he was 13. He was adopted by a couple in Florida.
Dotson for 2, a dunk and a layup. He's got 5 points. 1 of 2 at the line.
And every scout here is looking at him.
There he is with another dunk. Garrett with the alley-oop lob.
He will not be in a good mood. I promise you.
What is interesting though about this tournament? I mean, I know it's about winning the Maui Championship, but the tournament committee at the end of the year, the NCAA tournament committee, they're going to look at these games individually. It doesn't matter if you played in the 3rd place game or whether you made it all the way to the title game. They're going to look at who you beat. Who you played.
Well, Virginia
had the ball and took off in transition. I thought KU played so well in the early going against Monmouth. This time, the long rebound to Dotson. Paul's got to go inside. When Doak has your pin, good as advertised, 19 in this game. Here's that 1-3-1 half court again. Garrett in the middle. Oh,
he wasn't looking.
Sure wasn't. Nice job. Great job by Marcus there. And you get him in foul trouble.
I think King Rice has been around long enough to know coming into this game, look, Kansas is going to try to get that ball inside. So let's make sure we somehow guard that paint.
Yeah, good double on the post. Great pass from
wide range, and they've turned it over 6 times.
Watch for a trap somewhere out of this. 2-3 zone.
Right.
Let's see if Kansas can execute here. Going for the last shot.
How about a dope jam at the buzzer?
A little high ball screen here.
Well, it wasn't a jam, but
down there and love it. Yeah, first period he's got a roll in there. All 3 free throws off the mark from Hewitt, who was attempting his first free throws of the season. He did not shoot any in their win over North Carolina A&T a few nights ago. And it stays a 1-point lead for the Jayhawks. Dotson elects to shoot a 3. So just over a minute into the second half. Foul number 3 on Miller. He comes out. Freshman Keyshawn Langley takes his spot on the floor. And now Langley defends Dotson. Azubuike.
Good moves in the first half off the bounce, but Kansas looking a little bit more focused on the defensive end to take away that perimeter drive from the top.
Right corner 3, Caleb Hunter.
That's where Isaiah Moss is going to have to learn to tune it up a little bit better as they get closer to league play and some of these games they have in Maui and Villanova and such, because defensively he's not quite there to Bill Self's liking yet.
Lined up by Agbaji. G cut it down to 10, and then Tristan Ainaruna's 3 is giving KU back a 13-point lead with just over 3 minutes to go for the home opener tonight for the Jayhawks.
A much better job on the whole tonight by Kansas, just finding each other, taking better care of the basketball, just not making bad decisions.
A lot of ground to cover. Trey Jones taking advantage of it.
Inside, Azubuike surrounded, kicks it out to Garrett.
Yeah, Azubuike's got to go straight up for that.
Finish the second. And Mike Krzyzewski's getting ready to bring a little more experience into the game. The drive by Hurt, the follow by Hurt. Kansas ball.
I'll tell you, they didn't get a bucket there, but Matthew Hurt knows how to play.
Nobody's guarding the big guy.
Timeout. Krzyzewski's just going to play through it.
Hurt wide open, around and out on the 3.
See if Kansas tries to go inside again.
Good ball movement. Agbaji with a high arcing 3. And it 5 to shoot. Jones the drive. Lost it.
Nowhere to go. Just big bodies.
Ooh, and nearly a giveaway in the backcourt. Over the top. Maybe a little push off there by Ezra.